What's going on, everybody? It is Sunday Show Live. How you doing today? Hope you're doing well in your world. All is good with you and yours. And, sorry, I had to fix my headphones there for a second. Anyway, it is the Sunday Show. Welcome to it. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out with me. Today, we've got a pretty good little live stream planned for you. Got some stuff I want to put in there. Going to talk about Halloween because guess what? It is the spooky time of year. Halloween, man, it's right around the corner. Can't believe it. This year has gone by so fast. It's just crazy how fast this year has gone by. But I guess with all the stuff going on in the world today, it's not hard to imagine that everything's so rapid fire. The year would get behind us very fast. But if you're joining me today, I hope you're having a good day. If you joined me last night on the Facebook Lives, that's Facebook's always a train wreck. I don't much care for the Facebook platform. I mean, it's all right. It is what it is. If you know how to navigate it and use it, it's great for what it is. But me, I don't really care for it. I think it's clunky and wonky, and plus it scales you down so far that to me, the video playback just doesn't look good. But anyway, that being said, today, man, I've got some really cool stuff I want to show you. I got some more pictures I'm going to show from our Savannah trip, our Hilton Head Savannah trip. It was a really good time. We had a blast when we went. As always, it's always good to get away. We were hung out with family and spend some time there. We are planning another trip to Bonaventure, though. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. That way we get in there. We're going to do a walking tour this time. And then my wife, she was watching Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil this weekend. So we were hey, Sophie, how you doing? Yes, I did get a haircut. Took me a while to decide which one, but I got it cut finally. Yeah, I had to get it trimmed. I was looking, I know I make the joke a lot, but I was looking like Grizzly Adams there for a while. Hair was just getting longer and longer and longer. But figured I'd go ahead and get it cut. I am enjoying it. It's a lot easier to take care of. Just throw some leave-in conditioner in it and go. But this is the Sunday Show. Thank you guys for coming in. Sophie, I hope you're having a great day. Hope you've been well. My my progression with my new studio setup's a little bit slow, but I do have my desk built and ready to go. All I have to do is paint a few little pieces for it, and I'm good. Add a few little accoutrements to it. I was thinking I may just use some of the elements that I already have for my new studio setup because I'm really wanting to get that done. I like this. Don't get me wrong. This is my live stream setup that I use all the time and have used for a while, but I've just got a different vibe and a different feel I want to, add to it. And I think I can do just that. Anyway, hope you're well. I mean, it's been a rainy weekend, a rainy, miserable kind of weekend, but that's good. At least we didn't get hit with any tornadoes here where we are. Hopefully you didn't. Hopefully the weather was just rain and nothing more than rain. But yeah, I'm glad that it's finally moving along and getting out. Hopefully, as we go into the week, I'm looking at the temperatures, man, it's supposed to get down into the 50s and 60s again. I'm really, really, really waiting for cold weather to come back. I'm a wintertime fan. That's my season. I'm not really much on summertime. Spring and fall, good. Spring not so much because it brings a lot of storms and different stuff with it. Fall I do like. I like when the weather gets that crisp feel in the air. When it gets that little chill and you have to put on a sweater or you put on a light jacket and wear it. I don't know. There's something about that. It's kind of homey. It's a feeling. There's something about it that I don't know. I don't want to say endears that season to me, but it is what it is. I do like that season though. Wintertime, my wife used to not be a huge fan of wintertime, but wintertime to me is fun. I like it when it's cold. I like it when the leaves have fallen off the trees. I don't know. There's something about, this is going to sound bad, but that bleak kind of atmosphere. I don't know what it is about that, but it's just something that's, I don't know. It's hard to describe. I can't put the feeling or how it makes me feel into words. So I won't even try because I'll sound like a blithering idiot. Oh, really? Wow. That's the new trend now, though, Sophie. Live streaming church services. That's the way of things that we have to live in that world now. It's strange, and I don't know if we're ever going to get back to normal. Hopefully we will. Hopefully at some point, everything will normalize again. I think everybody has a speculation on when that's going to be, but I won't make any speculations on that. So. That being said, today I've got 5 random facts about Halloween. I'm going to be sharing that as well. I've even got a promo for my latest podcast episode that's going to be uploaded this afternoon. I've got it recorded. It's in the can. It's ready to go. I've just got to hit the upload, add some description to it, and it's ready to play. But I will be playing a little promo from that here on the Sunday show today. Hopefully you'll enjoy that. It's kind of we'll be talking about the old hag syndrome. Now, the thing about the old hag syndrome, I've experienced it once. A personal experience with it. It was weird, weirdest experience of my life. And I kind of explain that here in a little while. I'll let you listen to it. And then once you hear the promo, you can go check it out for yourself on Buzzsprout, or if you want to. Yeah, computer cut them off and claim technical difficulty. Absolutely. I think people do that to me a lot. They jump in here and then they bounce out and, oh yeah, I had a technical That's okay. But yes, you're absolutely right. It is a different world we live in today, and you can do different things like that just to kind of get out of stuff. Yeah, the technical difficulties. Anyway. But no, talking about the old hag syndrome, it's the weirdest experience I've ever had. And I've had it once and never again. But it's a strange thing. But hopefully you'll go check out the podcast episode. Now, you can get that anywhere you download your podcast, whether that's Apple, Google, iHeart, whatever. We are on Amazon Music, by the way. I got listed on Amazon Music. I'm excited about that. I went and looked the other day, and I always go look analytics and look at different things. And I'm like, holy cow, look, Amazon Music. I can't believe it. I was tickled to death. But it just means I'm a big deal in my own mind. Well, we are enjoying season 2 of podcast. I took that month break, and now coming back at the Halloween season. Ooh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'll tell you one thing that we're really ticked off about, though, come this Halloween. We ordered the talking pumpkins, and then we ordered the projector. I guess that will probably get here about next Halloween, or maybe next Christmas. I don't know, because when you order stuff from places like that, free shipping, fast, whatever. Not so much. We had to actually file a claim on the pumpkins because they won't even respond to you. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But that being said, it's never coming. It's never going to show up. Ever. Anyway, but live and learn, I guess. The projector, though, would have been really cool because of the way it, but I have a feeling, though, if it ever does show up, it's going to be something that's going to be so wonky, stupid, and cheesy that it just won't work to begin with. And that being said, it'll be a waste of money no matter what. But you live and learn. We had that experience, and now we won't do that again. So, of course, I could probably make my own projector, but put it out there, just film some stuff. You could. I mean, projectors have, what is it? The projectors you hook up to your computers now, you can even hook up to your smartphone. They're small, compact. They're not those big, clunky things that used to be. So you could actually make your own projector and put some stuff out there for yourself. The only thing about it, I don't know if it's waterproof. I don't know. Anyway, technology is there. Plus, there's probably 1,000 DIYs here on YouTube for a projector for Halloween. Anyway, so without further ado, let's jump into 5 random facts about Halloween. So number 5 on the list of random facts about Halloween. Now remember, you can use these to impress your friends or water cooler talk, whatever you want to do. All right. So jack-o'-lanterns, they weren't always made of pumpkins. They used to be carved out of turnips, beets, and sometimes potatoes. Little bitty ones. Now there were lights put in there or candles put in these carvings to ward off evil spirits. There you go. Number 4 on the list. This will be the first full moon on Halloween in 19 years. Wow, can you believe that? And the next one occurs in 2039. So go ahead, mark your calendars now. Next full moon for Halloween, 2039. Number 3 on the list of totally random and useless things about Halloween that you can use for the purpose of impressing your friends. The second largest commercial holiday in the world is Halloween. Now, last year, it was estimated that we spent $9 billion on Halloween alone. $9 billion. Can you imagine that? All right, number 2 on the list of totally random and useless facts about Halloween. Since medieval times, there has always been trick-or-treating. Now, the thing about trick-or-treating back in the medieval times is this. They didn't go around looking for candy. It wasn't kids dressing up in costumes. It was it was families going out trick or treating. Now, what they would do is they would, offer poems, sing songs, try to trick or entertain those in return for food. So there you go. Kids, if you want to go get some biscuits, you have to do singing and dancing door to door. And the number one on the list, totally useless and random facts about Halloween, is this. Halloween goes back more than 2,000 years. It used to be a pre-Christian festival called Samhain. Now, if you don't know about Samhain, I did an episode on that on one of my podcasts about Samhain. It was the celebration of the end of summer and the transition into the winter months. Now, the cool thing about Samhain is this. During that transition, that time between summer and winter, summer, fall, that was the time when the legend is that was the time when the veil between the land of the living and the land of the dead was actually very thin, and it was easy for spirits to pass between one world into the next. So there you go. And they used to put out, feasts and different celebrations for the dead for this very purpose in the celebration of Samhain, because they believed that the spirits of their recently deceased, would come back and join them. So they would always leave a place of honor at the table with food for their deceased relatives during this time. Interesting facts about Halloween you may not have known. Hopefully, you'll use those. Samhain, okay. Very cool. Thanks for correcting me. I was just going off of what I read. I always call it Samhain, though. But I'll take your word for it, and I'll put that in my brain and file it away for next time, because it is Halloween, and we'll be talking about that. So I'm thinking about doing something cool here for Halloween, maybe a Halloween live stream, maybe a Halloween. I'm definitely going to do a Halloween podcast, but maybe a Halloween live stream. I'm thinking about doing that. And I was thinking, what could I do to make it more interesting if I do a live stream? I was thinking about maybe we could do some like a costume contest, and I could do a little giveaway. I got one of these cool pieces of crumpled up paper to give away. If somebody wants to I don't know. Something, I'm just trying to think of what would be something we could put in place that would be fun and interesting for everyone. And I don't know. I'll come up with something. I may even dress up for the live stream. Who knows? I may. But anyway, hope you guys are doing good today. Yeah, I can believe that. I have enough trouble with the English language. So hopefully everybody's having a good day, had a great weekend. Hope you're going to have a good week ahead of you. It's always, Sundays are always kind of a drag for me. And I think, doing these on Sundays kind of helps me get past that. But I just, work's coming up tomorrow, and, we all have those things that we have to do and go about to make our lives what they are. But, sometimes it's just like, it's Sunday, and that's a bad thing about Fridays too. Friday is just that much closer to Monday. But I think the key takeaway from that is just enjoy the time with your family and friends, enjoy the time being with the ones you love, and just make the most of it. And that's what we try to do. Anyway, so I did a new podcast episode called The Old Hag Syndrome. Now, the Old Hag Syndrome is pretty interesting. I've got a little excerpt from that, and I'm going to play that here in just a second. But really weird, really strange. That's one of those things that I don't know. It's hard to describe unless you've experienced it. And I know there's a lot of people that have experienced it, and there's a lot of people that have, gone through this. But as far as me, I've experienced it one time only, and this was an older time, and I'm fixing to let this play, but it kind of tells the story. But weirdest experience I've ever had. So what's your strange and weird, odd experience? Anybody ever had something that's just, you don't have an explanation for it. You don't know what it was or what happened. You just know that it was weird and odd, and it just didn't, I don't know, it's something inside you just like, it just didn't feel right. That's kind of what I experienced when I went through this. But anyway, so I'm going to let this play, and you guys can check it out. Now, the music in the little clip I'm fixing to show you is found at purple-planet.com. That's purple-planet.com. Now, I need to put that in my show notes or my description here just to make sure. Now, one of the songs that it's in the little clip I'm going to play, I actually purchased, so I don't have to give attribution for it. But one of them I haven't, but you're allowed to use them as long as you give the proper credit where it's due. So I'll be putting that in the description later. But it is from purple-planet.com. So if you're looking for music for your podcast, for your videos, for anything that you're doing in a creative bent, any kind of recording that you're doing, you can go to I know I said it a lot, purple-planet.com, and you can get you some music there. So without further ado, let's look at the old hag syndrome from the podcast. Now, when my wife and I were first married, we lived in a few rental properties before purchasing our first home. And one of the rental properties that we stayed in for a while was owned by her former boss. Now, it was an older brick home that sat off the main road at the edge of a long driveway. And while there was nothing wrong with the house that we knew of, it always had a weird vibe to it for me. You know, I never really talked about it with my wife at the time we were staying there. I just felt uneasy in the place, especially when I was by myself. The rooms were odd and mismatched in a disjointed kind of way, and the whole place just felt strange to me. Nights and early mornings, I always felt uneasy when I was alone. And now, in my head, I didn't think the place was haunted, but at the time, it felt like it was not quite right to my senses. You know, it had a way of making you do a double take of the shadows in the place. Now, one night, I was startled from my sleep and pulled into the darkness of our room from my slumber. Now, the second my eyes opened, I felt a different kind of fear take hold of me. Not the normal start from sleep that we experience at times. This was a different gravity altogether. You see, I couldn't move. Try as I might, my body refused to move. I strained to try to raise my arms. I turned my head. Anything at all, I just wanted to move. Now, my mind started racing, and I thought I would just call out to my wife sleeping right next to me, and she would help me. But not a sound escaped from my mouth. I was unable to speak, unable to utter the seemingly simple word, help. Now, my eyes started racing around the room, looking frantically for something that I felt was getting closer to me. And with each passing second, I grew more distressed and fearful. I stared at the door that was leading to the hallway. The door was slightly open, and I was waiting for someone or something to enter. And all of a sudden, I had the overwhelming feeling that something was in the room with me. I could feel it with every inch of my body. Fear and dread of the unknown took a deep hold of my soul, and I felt like this was the end. I just wanted to move. I felt like it lasted an eternity. Now, some moments later, I thawed from my frozen state and regained the ability to move freely, and I sat up in bed and looked around. And slowly, the fog of dread seeped away from my brain, and I was able to think clearly again. So I got up, looked around the room, looked down the hall, and finding nothing, I returned to my bed, hiding a little bit deeper in the safety of the covers, shaken, but waiting for sleep to return. So there you go. Old hag syndrome. It's the creepiest experience you'll ever had. I don't know. It's one of those weird things. I've never had it again, but it was at the time, it scared the crap out of me. I don't know what was going on. It wasn't until, years later that I come to understand that that's what it was, the old hag syndrome. It was sleep paralysis. But, again, I dive into that on the podcast episodes. Hopefully you'll go by and check it out. Get that wherever you find your podcast. But anyway, hope you like that. It was just a little excerpt from the I don't know how you pronounce that, from the podcast episode going up this afternoon. Just a second. Anyway, all right, guys. I hope you like that. So as we come into the Halloween season, man, it's getting closer and closer by the day. Halloween's fun. Freeform is actually playing a lot of Halloween movies and shows. I think it's the 20-something, blah, 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 blah. 35 days, I don't know what they're calling it, of Christmas. That's what it is. The 35 days of Christmas, Halloween as well. Can't tell the difference anymore. Everything blurs together when it comes to the seasons, especially with retailers. Oh, goodness, before they even had all the Halloween stuff out good, guess what? They had the Christmas trees out. Good grief, almighty. I mean, come on, give us a minute here. We ain't even had a turkey yet. So we need to transition between Halloween and Christmas before you start putting the trees up. But that is what it is. We are looking forward to that. 31 days of Halloween. Very cool. Thank you. I don't know why I was thinking it was 35 days of Christmas. It might as well be the 35 days of Christmas because, again, like I said, you just can't tell the difference anymore. But hopefully this year, hopefully the kids will be able to get out and go trick-or-treating. Because I remember, when we were kids, trick-or-treating was fun. Hopefully that doesn't go away. Hopefully that doesn't disappear from, who we are as part of our culture. I mean, because those are some of the things that are just so fun and the kids just enjoy so much. Bring on the trees. But anyway, so hope you're enjoying the Sunday show today. Hope you're hanging in there. We're not going to stay on much longer. We're going to, oh goodness, technology. Oh, really? Wow. See, I've never had an experience like that. I don't think that I want to. Yeah, there's a lot of people who say they've had experiences with ghosts and poltergeist and different things like that. It's, again, I've never had that experience. Part of the, never had that experience. Well, no, I can't say that I have ever had an experience like that. Now, I've been creeped out a lot. I mean, even with a hair on the back of your neck just tingles, and it's like something's behind me. I know it. I feel it. And that could be just my own paranoia, but I've had those feelings a good bit, but never anything just that was like right in your face and just stood out. I've never had that, which is fine. I don't really care to, but it's fascinating to me, that subject, the paranormal and all of that is just fascinating. But I'm not the guy to go traipsing off in a house looking for stuff. Anyway. Well, hopefully, was that the only time you had the experience, Sophie, or did you have it any more frequently than that? There are, I know some people that are, I don't want to call them psychic, but they sense a lot of different things. I know my wife has those kind of senses and feelings and different things like that from time to time. She calls it her intuition, but it's true. More times than not, it turns out to be validated in one way or the other. But she's felt. Oh, really? Just things keep disappearing. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Stuff disappears around my house too. That's because I misplace it. I forget where I put it. But I try to keep up with stuff as best I can. But I lose stuff because I have in my mind a thought process. I go, I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this there. I'm going to put it somewhere, and then I'll put it there, and then I'll have 1,000 other thought processes after that, and I'll forget what I was thinking before. Anyway, now all of the transitions that you're seeing between the different scenes here during the Sunday show were taken with my Canon M50. Great little camera. I know I'm not promoting Canon. They're not paying me to talk about their camera, but it's a great little camera. And one of the cool things I got for it was the new lens that I got, the 25 millimeter 1.8. Really great lens for the Canon M50. Great for the EOS M mount. So if you have an M50 and you want to take some good pictures, get you one of them. Okay. Anyway, this is the Sunday show. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's a cool little thing that I've been thinking about doing for a while. I think this is my third episode of the Sunday show. It's getting better. I'm starting to get the hang and the feel of it. The only thing I got to do is get my new setup because there's a whole different vibe behind what's coming. And a whole different feel, whole different setup. It's just taking me some time to get to it because again, I work, I got a family, I got stuff going on, and so it's going to take a little while to bits and pieces, but we're always making progress, trying to get to that point where I can put it out there. Anyway, so I got this thing, for the podcast during the month of October. If you've got a spooky or scary story or something you just want to share on a podcast episode, it has to do with the season or ghosts or whatever that is, please drop me a line at beardedguypodcast@gmail.com. That's beardedguypodcast@gmail.com. And I'll read your story with your permission, of course. I won't read it without. You may want to share it with me, but you might not want me to read it. But if you do, send it to me, give your permission. I'll record it. I'll put it out there on an episode. Sorry, I got to take a drink of water. But anyway, I love Halloween. We did this last year. I had a couple people that sent me a couple stories. Recorded one, really good one from Kathy. She sent that in, and it was about the ghost that she experienced. That was a creepy story. Just thinking about. She wrote it out really nice, and I was just reading it, and we recorded it and did that. We might even do a Edgar Allan Poe reading because I love the stories like The Telltale Heart. Pit and the Pendulum's great. The Raven's always good. I like the Raven. Raven's a bit too, I don't want to call it heady, but it takes a special person to read the Raven. But we may do The Telltale Heart again. I did one of those in an episode before, but it's Halloween. I like Edgar Allan Poe, so we may do one of those. Got that cut. We have to get my book off the shelf. Anyway, today is the Sunday show. Hope you're enjoying it. Thanks for coming in. We're going to stay on just a little bit longer, and then we're going to bounce out of here and go enjoy the rest of the day. I know yesterday we went out and about and tried to find some stuff that we were looking for, and I don't know. I was looking for some things in particular, but it's kind of a beautiful letdown, if you will. But so we came back home and hung out the rest of the afternoon. Now we're going to go back out today here in a little while, just kind of see. I don't know. I don't know if I'm looking for anything in particular. Maybe just some more Halloween stuff to kind of go in my studio here to add to the live stream coming up. But anyway, alrighty. Well, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. But that's the thing about the Sunday show. It doesn't have to be any certain amount of time. It doesn't have to be any length of time. I want to we'll stay on about 5 more minutes. I at least want to let it be 30 minutes. But again, this is just a hangout for anybody that wants to come by and hang out, make some comments, post some funny stuff if you want to. I'll read whatever you put up there. I don't care. But hopefully this will grow as we keep going forward. I like the feel. I like the vibe. I like the way we're putting it together. So hopefully as we go a little bit further, it'll start getting better. So one of my goals here on my channel is to get to 500 subscribers. Right now I'm at 165. I checked today. I lost one. My heart's broken. So I lost a subscriber somewhere. That's okay. You don't get too hung up in it. But I'd like to get to 500. Then I'd like to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So if you come in and you're watching this later and you see something you like or you like any of the other episodes that we've posted, please subscribe. Give me that like. Give me that thumbs up. Please like my videos. Like my thumbs up videos. And that way it changes the analytics, helps me to progress and get more views. And then if you like what you see and you want to tell your friends about it, tell them about it. Send them on in. They can subscribe as well. Again, 500 is what I'm trying to get to. 500 subscribers right now. So that's a very attainable goal. I just have to figure out how to get there. But anyway, so guys, I thank you for coming in. I thank you for hanging out with me today. It's all good, Sophie. I'm going to stay on for another minute or so, but I do appreciate you coming in. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for coming in for the Sunday show. Again, I was just, talking about the format's going to change a little bit as we go forward. Again, I'm laying the groundwork right now, getting it to where I'm ready to do something different with it. But hopefully it's a good format, a good platform. If you got other people you think might enjoy it, please send them my way. Let them come hang out with us for a little while. Maybe, next as we go forward though through Halloween, I'm going to be doing some more Halloween stuff and some more Halloween elements for the Sunday show live stream. And that way we'll get into the spooky time of year. Leading up to October 31st. Anyway, well, thank you guys so much. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the hangout. Thanks for the time spent. And hope you have a great day, a better day tomorrow, and a wonderful week ahead of you. And until next time, this has been The Sunday Show on the Bearded Guy Podcast channel.